Hello, DDP students. Welcome to the next Carabiner shuttle pen tutorial. This is going to be one of 3 tutorials where we're modeling the top part of the Carabiner pen. So let's get started. We're going to start a new design. We're going to create a new component. We're going to call it Carabiner top. Okay. Now we're going to create a sketch. Choose the top face. We're going to grab our circle here, and from the origin point, we're going to pull that out, and we're going to give it a 0.515 diameter. Okay. I'm going to now finish the sketch. Okay, zoom in, and we're going to grab our offset plane and choose the face of the circle, set a distance of 0.375. Okay. And now we're going to create a sketch on the offset plane. Okay. From here, we're going to grab our center rectangle. From the origin point, we're going to pull this out. Okay, we're going to add some dimensions. We're going to go to our horizontal vertical, and actually, no, let's skip that. We're going to just dimension this rectangle here. So the width here is going to be 0.3, and the height is going to be 4.5. So 0.45, let's do that again. Okay, and now we're going to grab our fillet. And from corner to corner, we want to make sure it's a 0.1. Okay, and it is. We're going to get all 4 corners. Okay. Once we've done that, we're going to finish our sketch. We're going to go to loft. And we're going to loft the 2 profiles. Okay, from here, we're going to create a new sketch. And we're going to choose this face right here. Okay, and if you can't see those, what you want to do is you want to turn on your origin. They're here or here, so those faces show up. And we're going to go to our ellipse, zoom out a little bit. And from the origin, I want to make sure it's right in the center here. Click in the center, off to the side, and I'm going to set a large ellipse that we're then going to dimension. So the first thing we want to do is go to our horizontal vertical constraint. We're going to choose the center point, and we're going to choose the origin, okay, and lock that in. Now we're going to add a dimension to this. So we're going to go from the same center point to the origin. We're going to set that at 0.975. We're going to set the minor axis, okay, to 0.75. We're going to set the major axis, 8 to 1.3. All right. And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our offset. We're going to bring that in to a 0.15. Sorry, let's throw a negative in front of that. Okay. And this is what we want. Okay. So we're going to finish the sketch. Go to offset plane. Let's put this in isometric view. And again, if you can't see these planes, you want to turn on our origin, and we're going to choose this face right here. Turn off our origin. Okay. And we're going to set the distance at 0.975. And that's going to put it right in the center where we want it to be, right here. And we're going to now create a sketch on the plane. Okay. Now we're going to put this back in isometric view. We're going to go to our project. We're going to grab this center line right here. So it's the minor axis line here and here. Make sure that's projected. We're going to then go to our top view. I'm going to zoom way in. Okay. We're going to grab our line. And we can start here. We're going to make a line. I'm going to grab this line and I'm going to hit X to make it a construction line. Okay, and I'm going to grab my horizontal vertical constraint and I'm going to I'm going to hold down Shift to find the center of this. There we go, it's right here. And I'm going to choose the origin here. This fixes it in place. So it's nice and centered just in case your line isn't. And now we're going to add some dimensions. So we're going to set the length of this to 0.3. Okay. We're going to grab this line and this point. Oops, let's try that again. Okay. 0.175. Right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get our 3-point arc. And we're going to go from this point to this point. And we're going to set the arc to right here. We do want to make sure that this arc is right on this point. Okay. If not, the rest of it may not turn out very well. So I think that's good. So we're going to go back to our 3-point arc. We're going to go from the very end, and we're going to go to this point right here, set an arc. Okay. We're going to do the same thing from the same point to the end. Okay, this is good. So we want these two profiles here. And now what we're going to do, we're going to grab our equal constraint. We're going to make both of these arcs equal to one another. We're going to grab our dimensioning tool. And we're going to set a radius of 0.2. Okay, and this is exactly what we want. So we're going to finish the sketch, put it in isometric view. We're going to go to sweep. And we want to choose both. Oops. If this isn't two profiles here, then we need to go back. Okay. So let's go back to our sketch and make sure that this arc is on the point. There, I think. Should snap to it. Maybe adding a point. Help. Okay. Hopefully this will be good. Let's give it a shot. Good. So now these are two profiles. That's exactly what I want here. One profile, two profiles. Okay. Like I said, if this shows up as one piece and not two pieces, you have to go back and you have to make sure that the point in this line or the arc in that point are connected. So we do want these two profiles. It's very important. Okay. So we're going to set our path to the outside. Let's try this again. Okay, now if it's red, it's a cut, so we want to join it. Okay, and we're going to hit OK. So now we're going to go to our extrude. We're going to choose this face right here, and we're going to change the distance to object, and we're going to just select the carabiner top. Okay, and this is what we have. All right, so we are here so far. Okay, great. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating an offset plane. Let's turn our origin on so we can see. We want this face. Make sure it's lit up. Having a little trouble grabbing it. There we go. And we're going to set our distance to 0.15. 0.155. Okay. And let's turn our origin off so we can just see what we're working with here. So we're going to create a sketch. We're going to choose the face here. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our ellipse. I'm going to start from the center, click, and go off to the side. This is going to give us a big ellipse over it. And we're going to set the dimensions for certain things. So we're going to go to our horizontal vertical constraint. We're going to go from the center to the origin, and we're going to fix that. All right. Now we're going to add a dimension. Same point, center to the origin. And we're going to make that 0.975. Okay. We're going to set the minor axis to 0.75. And we're going to do the major axis, height of it, to 1.3. Right. And now what we're going to do is we're going to project this inside contour. Okay. Sometimes it may need more than one click. So we're going to make sure it's done. Okay. So now we're going to hit OK. And we are now going to create a line from the very top over. And we're going to do the same thing for the bottom. So our line tool is still activated. We're going to go all the way across. Okay. And what I also want is a point. And if we zoom in, I want the point somewhere in the center, so like maybe here. Okay. We're going to activate our line tool. We're going to go from the point, and we're going to draw a diagonal line that snaps to the edge here. We're going to do the same thing. We're just going to draw a line. Okay, this is going to be our cutaway. And we are going to set some dimensions. So I'm going to go from the top, zoom out, the top point here to the top line. And we're going to give this a 0.425. Okay, we're going to go from the bottom point of the line to the top line. We're going to give that a 0.55. Now we're going to go from the top point of this line to the bottom line and give that a 0.425. And from the bottom of this line to the bottom line, we're going to give that a 0.4. All right, we're going to finish our sketch. Okay, and this is what we have so far. So we're going to get our extrude. We're going to select this part right here. We're going to bring it all the way through. And this is how the first part of our carabiner top is done. So we're going to go on to the second part of this tutorial of modeling this, and I will see you there.